Call to order, City of Forest Park, Council meeting number 1261, November 16, 2015. Let us stand for the pledge, please. United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll, please.
Here.
Here.
Kirby. Holt.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Wise.
Here.
Southall.
Here.
Motion to excuse, Mr. Barnes.
Move that we excuse Councilwoman Herbie.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we excuse Councilwoman Herbie. Is there any discussion? Being not all in favor of excusing Councilwoman Herbie, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman Herbie is excused. Item number 2 is the minutes. You received a copy of the minutes in your packets, or any corrections or additions to the minutes. Hearing none, we move to item number 3. Presentations, November Business of the Month Award, Andrew Mellencoats Automotive. Mr. Burke.
Mayor, members of council, thank you very much. Our November Business of the Month is yet another new addition to our business community. Local entrepreneur Andrew Mellencoat recently entered into a long-term lease for the former and long-vacant Goodyear building on Winton Road. He invested a substantial amount of his own money to renovate the troubled property and convert what had been an eyesore into a true community asset. In August of this year, he opened his new business, Andrew Mellencoats Automotive, on this site. Now, Forest Park residents can find top-notch, affordable car care right here in our own community. This is a true full-service ASE-certified shop that can handle all of your car care needs. From oil changes to the most complicated repairs, Mr. Mellencoat and his expert employees can help. They even specialize in transmission work, electronics, and complex powertrain management systems repair. As a result of this project, Mr. Mellencoat will bring or create 10 full-time jobs here in our community. On behalf of the Economic Development Commission and our entire team, we welcome Mr. Mellencoat to Forest Park and wish him many years of success at his new location. Unfortunately, Andrew couldn't be with us tonight. I just spoke to him on the phone. He had kind of a long day at the shop and is already home, so I'll make sure that he gets the award.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I think he had the pleasure of meeting him last Monday at the work session. And we're all pulling for him to be a success and remain in Forest Park. Next item on the agenda, item number 4, communications from the public. This is a time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. When recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcriptions. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Any comments from the public? Mr. Smith? How you doing? Moving on to item number 5, reports of standing committees. First of those are public improvements and facilities. Mr. Southall.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report for public improvement and facilities this evening. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Southall? Hearing none, Mr. Southall, I don't have any items listed for the work session on the 23rd. Do you have any to add?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Next report is Public Safety Committee. Councilman Lives.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no specific report this evening, but I did want to thank the residents and for their past support and allowing me to serve the city of Forest Park. Also, especially for public safety, I wanted to wish both our police and fire all of the best. They're the best anyway, and even better in the future. And I'm asking them to both stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Lives. Next committee report is Ways and Means. Councilwoman Herbie, who is absent. Does anybody from that committee have any report for her? Hearing none. Councilman Lives, there's no items on the agenda for the 23rd. Did you have any to add?
No, sir.
I have no. For Ways and Means for items on the 23rd, there are 5 items actually. Voluntary early retirement program, surplus and disposable properties, reappropriations ordinance, salary ordinance, and the 2016 budget. The next committee report is Community Development. Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no specific report. However, I would like to just point out and give my appreciation to the Public Works team. They're doing a great job with the Northland Boulevard. It's looking phenomenal. I think the roads haven't looked that great in that space in a while. Council's acknowledged that. The development team has as well. And I'm looking forward to the new signage coming up real soon as well. So with that concludes my comments. If there's any questions that anyone might have, I'll be glad to answer.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Burns? Hearing none, Mr. Burns, I have no items on the agenda for you for the work session on the 23rd. Do you have any to add?
No, thank you.
Next committee is Law Committee, Councilwoman Cottle.
I have no report for the Law Committee. I would like to thank the Police Department for putting the mileage sign, the speed sign out on Cary Hill Drive for several weeks to remind our residents it is in residential areas 25 miles an hour. I really want to thank them for their work of that. And that will conclude my report.
Any questions for Councilwoman Cottle? Hearing none, Councilwoman Cottle, I have no items on the agenda for you. Do you have any to add?
No, thank you.
Next report is Human Resources Committee, Councilwoman Holt.
I do not have a report tonight, thank you.
Any questions for Councilwoman Holt? Hearing none, Councilwoman Holt, I have two items on the agenda for you for the work session. The first one would be the Clerk of Council contract, and the second one is appointment to HB 9 Public Records Designee. Next report is Intergovernmental Relations and Communications. That's my committee. I have no report. However, for the work session on the 23rd, we have 4 items. Law Director / Prosecutor contract, the Magistrate's contract, Public Defender's contract, and appointments to OKI Board of Directors. I would answer any questions if there are any. Okay, hearing none, next item is the Mayor's report. First, I would just like to thank, to repeat, if you've seen the work over on Northland Boulevard, you have to be very impressed with what's been done there. It took longer than we would have liked for it to take to get that fixed, and I'm sure it took longer than the residents would have liked to get that fixed, but we did get it done, and it was done right. We didn't do a patch job. The job was done completely and very well done. So I want to thank everybody who had a hand in that. And also, I would like to take this time, a few minutes, to say thank you to Councilman David Lives. Dave and I have served on council together for probably too many years. I think Dave came on council some 6 to 8 months before me, and we've been working together for all that time. Not only has Dave been a good public servant and serving on council, Dave has served on any number of commissions and committees throughout the city over the years of his residency here. And I can't say enough about the time commitment that he's given to this city. He's always been there for us, and Dave, I'm sure that if the city needs you, you will step in again and fill in where you can be of assistance to the city, to the citizens of Forest Park. And also, I want to thank him because he's married to Kathy, and not only did she not let him go wrong when she was here with us, she didn't let us go wrong. And she allowed Dave to, not allowed, I guess, but she made it possible for Dave to serve the city as well as he did. So thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I will conclude my report. Next report, item number 7, is the city manager's report. Mr. Hodges.
Thank you. A few items to mention. I, too, want to add my thanks to Councilman Wise for his work with the staff and helping us get through a number of issues. And just as a matter of record, he's been very important to our success for a number of years. I also want to indicate that staff is now working on a strategy to make some repairs on Sharon Road. We were applying for a grant to rebuild Sharon Road. It's not going to be competitive enough in terms of other streets in the county, only because when I said not competitive enough from a rating standpoint, it's not bad enough. By our standards, it's not good, and we need to make repairs, and by the rating standards, it doesn't even come close to being as bad as some of the other roads within the county. So, because of that, we got to kind of change our strategy and address it as a maintenance item. So just to let you know, we will be working on that and a strategy for Chappelle, but that should be a reminder to us that road improvements is very important for the city. It's going to take millions of dollars to get to a level that I believe we need to be. And obviously, that's not an easy task, but we're not going to wait until we have to spend $1 million on a road like Sharon Road. But again, it's just a reminder that we need more resources in the street improvement area. And in the meantime, we're going to do what we can do to maintain it as well as we can. So from the condition it is right now, we're going to make some improvements to it, recognizing we won't get a grant within the next year or so, and we can't wait around for a grant. I also want to mention that we have provided council with an executive summary of various items, and I mentioned that in case the public wants to access that information either online or through the clerk of council. I'll remind everybody that we're going to issue the next issue of the Progress Community Newsletter for December, and we've asked anyone that has information to submit it by November the 19th. And we need to have that kind of schedule because we have people that are going to be going into their holiday schedule, and the timing of getting this done needs to be well coordinated so we can hit December, the first part of December, because we want to make sure people know what the holiday schedule is for the city and when offices are closed, when council's in recess, and things along that line. So finally, I will report that the departmental reports have all been completed. They've been included in the council packet. They've also been placed on file with the clerk of council for public inspection. So that would conclude my report, but I would respond to any questions if there are any.
Any questions for Mr. Hodges? Hearing none, thank you, Mr. Hodges. Now move to the next item, item number 8, other reports. The first of those being Law Director, Mr. John Wyckoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I hate to bring up an issue about tonight's agenda, but I've been advised that ordinance 19-2015 has been proposed to be read as an emergency tonight. I have concerns in that we did not advise the public of that in the agenda that was distributed. But just, this is such a major piece of legislation, I would not want a technical error to cause issues down the road.
Go ahead, Ray.
John, let me be clear. Is it a requirement that it be listed that way? Because the call for the emergency is clearly within the legislation itself.
Well, it's not in the title usually we put it in the title, and usually we put it on the agenda. And that's always been our practice, and it's not in the title, and it's not on the agenda as emergency legislation.
Okay. One additional question is, if council had a special meeting next Monday, could they pass it at that special meeting?
Yes.
In essence, have two readings, although it even wouldn't require that.
Yes, as long as you comply with the notice of the special meeting and what the purpose of the special meeting is.
Okay, and the last question related to that, to be clear with the clerk of council, if council passed it next week at a special meeting and it was then posted, we'd meet the 30-day requirement for it to take effect January 1.
It will be posted next Monday, will be
The 23rd.
23rd.
Right, we're still in November. We got to make at least 30 days at that point. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so, just to you too, John, I think you answered it maybe, but, so we can go ahead tonight and read this, and have the motion to read by title only, then not vote tonight, put it on the agenda, then have a special meeting ahead of our work session Monday. Vote on it then, and that would meet all of the necessary requirements for posting and for the timeframe for the 30 days.
Yes, as long as the proper notification for the special meeting goes out to the public.
Okay, so, and Sally, that notification has to be, what, 24?
Well, it wouldn't be an emergency.
We should
Yeah, we don't have to, we wouldn't be declaring an emergency because it's going to get read one night past the second night.
Just needs to be posted.
Okay. And finally, John, because this is going to be done as an emergency, do we need to maybe, in this motion tonight, to read by title only, do we need to include in the title that it's being, it is an emergency action?
Well, you wouldn't have to pass an emergency if you read it tonight and vote on it at a subsequent meeting.
Okay, so it's not, it won't be an emergency then? Okay. Is that your question too?
Well, just from a clarification standpoint, so tonight, there's only a first reading. There will be no motion, and it will be posted tomorrow as a special meeting for next week. That would include that item.
No, it's not going to be, there's no motion tonight, but
Right.
she would, when she reads it, my question was, when she reads it by title only, did she have to state that it was an emergency? And he said no. Okay, are we all clear on that? So,
I just think precaution is
Okay.
the best medicine here.
okay. Well, okay, any other questions for the law director?
Would we need to come like a half hour early next week?
It's going to be one item, so what we'd have to do, and I will, after these two reports, I'll make an announcement of the special meeting for next week. Anything else for the law director? Hearing nothing, the next report would be the clerk of council, Ms. Hoffman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to report that ordinance number 18-2015 and resolution numbers 40-2015 through 44-2015 were posted as required. That concludes my report.
Before we go to new business item number 9, I want to make note that on Monday, November 23rd, the council will hold a special meeting at 7:15 here in Chambers. And the clerk of council will post that notice tomorrow of that special meeting. Then following that special council meeting, we will hold the normal work session at 7:30. Okay? Everybody got that? Okay, good. Now we will go to, there's a motion from Mr. Lives.
Again, Mr. Mayor, I move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the first time by title only ordinance number 19-2015. This ordinance was posted 6 days prior to the meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the first time a title only ordinance number 19-2015. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Yes.
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 The motion to suspend the rules passes 6-0. Now we'll move to item number, new business item number 9. Item A, ordinance number 19-2015. Would the clerk please read that ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 19-2015, an ordinance to establish chapter 101 of the codified ordinances of the city of Forest Park regarding municipal income tax.
Okay, this is the first reading, and this ordinance will be voted on Monday, November 23rd at special council meeting. That would be at 7:15 here in the chambers. Next item is another motion, Mr. Lyles.
I move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolutions number 45, 2015, and 46, 2015 by title only. These resolutions were posted 6 days prior to the meeting.
Second.
Been moved and second that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolutions number 45-2015 and 46-2015 by title only. Is there any discussion on the motion to suspend? Hearing none, move to item that, clerk, would you call the roll on that motion to suspend?
Powell,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lyles,
Yes.
Sappho,
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
The motion to suspend passes 6-0. Now we'll move to item B, resolution number 45-2015. Would the clerk please read that resolution by title only?
Resolution number 45-2015. A resolution consenting to the execution of an incentive agreement between the Sunrise Treatment Center LLC and the city of Forest Park, Ohio.
Is there a motion? Mr. Lyles.
I move to pass resolution number 45, 2015.
Second.
It's been moved and second that we pass resolution 45-2015. Is there discussion? Mr. Lyles.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This resolution is one of the incentive agreements that we've been looking at to help the business. With this project, it's an addiction treatment facility, outpatient, by Sunrise Medical going in on Northland Boulevard with its operation and staffing. The proposal is for a $20,000 grant payable in installments in 2016 and 2017. It's important that this project gets this type of help since we are trying to reinvigorate the Northland corridor, and this business would do that. It's a 6,000 square foot building currently with 22 existing jobs. However, they're looking at bringing another 25 positions in, and it's important to know that they're well-paying medical professional type of jobs. So I'm asking for passage of this resolution.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on resolution 45-2015?
Yes.
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 Resolution 45-2015 passes 6-0. Next item is item C, resolution 46-2015. Would the clerk please read that resolution by title only?
Resolution number 46-2015, a resolution consenting to the execution of an incentive agreement between Andrew Malacotes Automotive and the city of Forest Park, Ohio.
Is there a motion? Mr. Lyles.
I move to pass resolution number 46, 2015.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt resolution 46-2015. Is there a discussion? Mr. Lyles.
Yes, sir. This is more of a retention incentive since this Mellencrot took over the old Goodyear building, which had been vacant for quite a while. So this is more of a incentive agreement for Mr. Mellencote's business, since he made major repairs and improvements to the old Goodyear building that had sat empty for quite some time. So in order to assist him with the conversion of the business and make it successful with an annual payroll of $350,000. We were asking for council approval for a small incentive of $2,000 to help him complete the roof repair and parking repairs that are needed at this business. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on Resolution 46-2015? Yes.
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 Resolution 46-2015 passes 6-0. Next item on the agenda, item D, a motion. Councilwoman Holt.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint the following individuals to their respective board or commission. Cheryl Long, Beautification Commission, expires 11/30/2018. Alberta Davis, Beautification Commission, expiration 11/30/18. Robin Smith, Beautification Commission. William Howard II, Beautification Commission, both expiring 11/30/2018. Johnny Houston, Civil Service Commission. Pat Burley, Civil Service Commission, both expiring 11/30/2018. Paul Booth Jr., Economic Development Commission. Marsha Ogletree, Economic Development Commission, both expiring 11/30/18. Tyrone Rose, Environmental Awareness Director. Fendrick Clark, Environmental Awareness Board of Directors, both expiring 11/30/2018. Barry Owing, Planning Commission, expiration 11/30/2020. Billy Joe Rice, Recreation Commission. Eloise Richardson, Recreation Commission, both expiring 11/30/18. Dirk Richards, Stormwater Utility Board, and George Cummins, Stormwater Utility Board, both expiring 11/30/2019.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we appoint those following individuals to those respective commissions and committees. Any discussion, Councilwoman Holt?
Just want to thank all of the people that have agreed to come back again and serve on the boards and commissions. And we still have openings on other boards and commission. If anybody is interested, please, by all means, contact us, and we will be happy to speak with you. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Go to motion item E. Mr. Burns.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move for a council recess starting December 22nd through January 3rd, 2016.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we, that the year-ending recess began December 22nd, 2015 through January 3rd, 2015. Let's see, if is there a motion to amend? Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Move to amend the previous motion by striking January 3rd and inserting January 10th.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the motion be amended by striking January the 3rd and inserting January 10th. Is there any discussion on this motion?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think this is just a technical issue in that the previous dates were announced to the public, so a formal motion needed to be made to demonstrate that that work had been done. This particular amendment will correct that communication that would support the intended dates for the council recess for the Christmas season.
Okay, so do we vote on the amended motion first?
Yes.
Vote on the, okay, so we'll vote on the amended motion first. All those in favor of the amended motion that strikes January the 3rd and inserts January the 10th, that's a roll call vote. It's a roll, yeah. Call the roll, please.
Burns,
Yes.
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 Johnson,
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So the amended motion passes 6-0. Now, Mr. Burns,
Yeah, I just have comments on the new motion.
okay?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The new motion would be, or the amended motion now is December 22nd through January 10th. The council will recess on 22nd and will return actually Monday, the 11th,
Right.
which is our first work session. The documentation says the 9th, which is a Saturday. So just want to make sure we're all clear on that, that our first work session would be on the 11th, where official ending of our recess would be on the 10th.
Okay. Do we need a motion to that effect? Oh,
No, you
we
got,
just did that. We just did the amended motion, so we don't need to make another.
you need to finish it, yeah. Full motion.
We put it on the full motion now. Okay, the full motion is that the recess will be from December 22nd, 2015 through January 10th, 2016. And that would mean that, that's the motion. And that would be a voice vote. So all those in favor of the full motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is item F. Mr. Lyles?
Thank you. I move to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports.
Second.
The motion is to receive the general fund summary reports as contained in the departmental reports. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion to receive the general fund summary report passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is item G. Councilwoman Holt.
I would like to make a motion that we convene to an executive session to review the performance evaluation for the city manager, law director, and clerk of council.
Second.
Been moved and second that we convene an executive session to review the performance evaluations of the city manager, the law director, and the clerk of council. Any discussion, any further discussion?
No.
Hearing now, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to adjourn into executive session?
Yes.
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes,
Lyles,
Yes.
Yes.
the motion to adjourn in the executive session passes 6-0. There will be no official business taken during the executive session, and when that session is over, we will reconvene here in chambers where a motion will be made to adjourn the executive session and come back into the regular meeting session, at which time we will adjourn the meeting. Thank you. So now we will adjourn to executive session in the back room for the evaluation purposes under the direction of Councilwoman Holt.